OU Nightly meteorologists Colin Rick and Taylor King in the studio, and they're here to give us updates. They're tracking the NWS chat, the National Weather Service chat, and a couple of other things. So, Colin, Taylor, what do you have?
Yeah, so just in monitoring the chat, we've just seen some information come in from the National Weather Service. They are continuing to launch weather balloons and monitor the atmosphere in place. We're noting that there is still a lot of instability to work with for these storms, so we're going to closely monitor them as they come into the area. And some communities are sounding sirens ahead of these storms further south. So again, now's the time to prepare for the potential for severe weather as these storms make their way into the area. We are in a tornado watch, so for those of you on OU's campus, now is the time to think about where you're going to go when you get that tornado warning. If you get that tornado warning, the dorms have those shelters at Couch and Walker Center, and of course, it's the time now to prepare for severe weather.
Exactly.
This afternoon, I think we have a little bit more of an update. So, Colin, Taylor, what do you got?
Yeah, just hearing now from the National Weather Service, they are monitoring rotation increasing in Marlow. That is the storm just south of Norman that's making a northeast track. That's the area that we're going to watch closely. Strengthening rotation in Marlow about to cross the county line. We're also seeing possibly some hail reports in that area as well. We'll keep you posted on that.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Yes, so definitely. And just like Braden was mentioning, you know, those new cells that are coming up, we have the wind threat, but also the hail threat. We're currently watching those new cells. They are posing a little bit more of a hail threat as we see those evolve. And I'm sure we got more information on that on radar here in the next couple of minutes. But also, so the hail threat and the wind threat is also there, aside from the tornado threat that we're going to continue to monitor here over the next couple of hours.
Morning. Yep. Would you like to elaborate on that a little more?
Yeah, so we have that main cell that we're focusing on the rotation for, but there's another cell that's developed just north of that, also exhibiting just a little bit of rotation. It's still rather broad. We're going to keep our eyes on that in the next couple of minutes here, but also the growing hail potential on that cell. So definitely something to pay attention to. And I think Sam Patterson might have more information for us on radar on that storm cell just north of Alex now, moving north, approaching the Blanchard area.
Quite a bit. So OU Nightly meteorologists Colin Rick and Taylor King have another update. What do you guys got?
Yeah, Chloe, thank you for that. I know you were just noting that rotation increasing on radar, and we're hearing now from the National Weather Service a tornado warning is incoming for the circulation at the McLean and Grady County line. There is a tornado debris signature being reported on radar from the National Weather Service. So if you're in those areas, we're expecting to see a tornado warning being issued in a moment or two. National Weather Service is working on that now. But again, that was the area you were just mentioning on camera. And, you know, Taylor, it's crazy how in these situations, you know, with this kind of environment, things can, you know, weaken and then strengthen again so quickly. So definitely something to pay attention to tonight. Don't let your guard down as these storms make their way in, because they can look weak at one moment and then a couple minutes later they're, you know, about to get a tornado warning.
Yeah, I know this happens quite often with QLCS storms.
Yeah, thanks, Chloe. I know you were just talking about that new tornado warning that is just to our south. And actually, just as you were talking about that, we saw Campus Safety is now tweeting that the tornado warning is on our doorstep. Does not include Norman yet, but it is probably going to be extended into Norman if that tornado debris signature and the rotation stays on radar. So for students who are watching now, just like Sam had mentioned previously, now is the time to think about where you're going to go if you get that tornado warning. All the dorms on campus have shelters. And of course, if you're anywhere else on campus, take this time now to figure out where the closest shelter is for your location so that you can get to shelter quickly as these storms are moving very quickly and intensifying as they're moving closer towards campus.
And I want to toss over to Taylor and Colin as they have another update. Guys?
Yeah, Braden, you're just talking about that strengthening rotation near Cole. And in WS chat, we're seeing that a tornado is now likely southwest of Cole, Oklahoma. According to the National Weather Service, they're tracking that rotation, and it appears that a tornado is likely southwest of Cole, Oklahoma. In addition to that, we're seeing communities in the area activate their spotters, and they're ready to go monitoring the situation as these storms make their way closer to our area.
And that is including portions of Norman, specifically Lake Thunderbird State Park has said that they are planning to get their spotters out, and they are monitoring.
And we just see now a tornado warning is coming for Carter County, north of Heddleton. That's the latest from National Weather Service in Norman.
And pull up the voices of OU Nightly meteorologists Colin Rick and Taylor King. What are you guys seeing?
Yes, thank you, Chloe. We're just seeing now from National Weather Service, tornado warning for Cleveland County, including the city of Norman, is imminent. Tornado warning is on the way. So if you're in Norman, now is the time to seek shelter. A tornado warning is imminent, about to be issued. Actually, just issued now. Hail up to size 1.75 inches.
Oh, there
and
it
there goes
goes.
the tornado warning now. So if you're on campus, now is the time to seek shelter.
Yeah, sorry for all the phones.
So if you're on campus, seek shelter now. Interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. And of course, if you are on campus, now is the time to go to the designated storm shelters. If you're in the on-campus living facilities, Couch and Walker have those storm shelters. Cross has the storm shelters. All the dorms on campus. So find those shelters now because we are now in the tornado warning in Norman. Chloe, back to you.
Thank you guys so much. Yes, the time.
Tornadoes with this system, Colin.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate, that is the storm making its way towards campus. So if we have tornadoes on the ground towards campus, that is a more increased threat. So now is the time, again, if you're on campus, you need to be seeking shelter in a designated storm shelter or in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, anywhere in Norman actually at this time, as we are under that tornado warning. And again, tornado debris signatures, that usually indicates a tornado on the ground.
Right now.
Yeah, right now we're taking a look at NWS chat. They're reporting strong convergence, some rotation along the Canadian River southwest of Norman. So that is, again, southwest of the University of Oklahoma right now, but that is where the National Weather Service is monitoring that tightening rotation, the area of most concern at this time. And of course, if you're in Norman, again, we urge you to seek shelter just because that rotation is so evident right now on radar, and the Weather Service is continuing to watch that. Also, Norman Regional has activated all of their locations to seek shelter as well. And of course, we have sirens sounding in the area. So just because of that strengthening rotation right there.
Okay, thank you so much, Colin. Yes, we're looking at this debris detector towards campus, really. Yeah, right there. So we're continuing to see this rotation. The velocity is pretty significant.
Yeah, Chloe, looking at this right here, it just looks like the strongest rotation is passing Highway 9 right now, just near the Weather Center, actually, Highway 9 and I'm off-road.
Can you pull up
And
CC, Colin?
Braden Ceo's got some more information for us.
It looks like this is all of Norman that's included in this. We're talking about a tornado that has just recently gone very close to the Riverwind Casino, and then a developing tornado on the northwest side of Norman by Max Westheimer.
Yes, so I had to even pull up my phone. You know, we have family in this area, you know. So
Yeah, I just wanted to add, Chloe, you know, we're heeding our own warnings here. You know, we were just in the studio a little bit ago. Now we've moved into the interior hallway just outside of our studio, just because, again, the threat of the tornado circulation is so close to campus. So now that's why we are heeding our own warning and moving into the hallway, safer place, just because that rotation is so close to campus, and we do now have confirmed rotation on Campus Corner.
Yeah, thanks.
okay, thank you very much. There was a little bit of, as he said, there's a little bit of damage right over on West Robinson Street and 24th. So there's a homeland over there, and there was some damage reported. Colin, what are you seeing?
Yeah, just as you're talking about that new circulation developing, National Weather Service is mentioning that new circulation on the east side of Moore, approaching the Oklahoma and Cleveland County line. So between Oklahoma County and Cleveland County, a new tornado warning is actually imminent from the National Weather Service. So we'll see that new tornado warning here in a moment about that new circulation there on the north side.
Report that there is a tornado in progress northeast of Tinker Air Force Base. So can we quickly just go back up to that, since we do have that report from NWS Norman?
And not to confuse that with the prior tornado that was reported. This is coming in just now from the National Weather Service at 9:48 p.m. We also have reports in Newcastle of extensive damage along Highway 9 and also areas of flooding requiring rescue at this time.
At this moment, with the damage or anything of that nature?
We do have damage reports coming in near Tinker Air Force Base. We just got some photos, and I'll get that over to us so that we can put them up shortly. But that's some confirmed damage near Tinker Air Force Base. And looking at NWS chat here, we also have spotter reports of large power flashes on the storm down in Ardmore. In addition to that, we've got some more damage reports coming in right now from Norman. So we'll keep you posted on that, and we'll try to get pictures up as soon as possible.
Yes, and continue.
Yeah, Taylor, just like you were mentioning, emergency management in the city of Duncan is reporting flooding that's actually crossing over Highway 81 near Elder Avenue. So they're closing it down right now due to major flooding. So again, the flooding risk is there tonight. We may be focusing right now on the tornado and severe storms risk, but flooding is also a major concern. Sam Patterson has an update for us. Sam, what you got?
Yes, thank you, Colin.
So
and
that
Taylor.
is good news. That's what we're seeing with these tornadoes. They're not these long track tornadoes like we were talking about earlier, but rather these spin up tornadoes that can do damage very quickly. And we've got an update from our friends at the desk, guys.
Yeah, Brayden, thanks for that. We're continuing to see that rotation slightly decrease with those northern storms, but on the southern storms near Ardmore, we're actually getting reports now of strong circulation continuing to increase in intensity near Springer, Oklahoma, just east of I-35 on the southern storms. So that's coming in from NWS Chat, and in Ardmore, we're also seeing damage reports come in as well at this time with all the new information coming in from the National Weather Service.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, thank you for that. I know we were tracking those storms up near Choctaw, and actually I'm just in contact with OU Nightly's own Rachel Mosshammer, who is in Choctaw currently reporting damage to her own home. Down trees on the roof, outdoor furniture is gone, and lots of trees down everywhere. This is our own OU Nightly meteorologist Rachel Mosshammer reporting damage at her residence in Choctaw.
Yes, not only that, just something coming out of NWS Norman, tornado may be imminent for Dodory. I am so sorry if I butchered that, but they believe that a tornado is imminent with that storm.
Yeah, so definitely we're going to keep monitoring that threat to the south, and like Braden's been talking about tonight for students on campus, that threat has passed currently. And Braden, what else do you have for us?
In this storm system.
Yeah, definitely. The OU campus, again, is no longer under that tornado threat. OU and Norman is in the clear right now, but if you're going to be out on the roads tonight or in other areas of the state, we're still watching that very high-end flooding risk tonight. So we'll keep you posted on that. Braden, do you have anything else for us?
Any updates?
Yeah, guys.
Nothing from my side.
Okay, perfect. What about Colin Taylor? Do we have any updates?
Chloe, if we're looking at I wanted to update you guys on the storm near Ardmore. National Weather Service is talking about increasing rotation near Doherty, approaching the Sulphur area. It looks particularly dangerous, is what the National Weather Service is saying, with a possible tornado, and they put out new warnings for that storm down there. They also are concerned about the communities of Sasquatch and Francis with this particular storm and that circulation. They're concerned about that circulation near the Ardmore